up here. I get distracted. I forget about things, and I completely forgot to mention the White Sox Fan Fest, which I do every year. No, hey, listen, we are one city. We have two baseball teams, I guess. But just for everybody, in case they want to explore and see what it's like on the other side, there's this next Thursday at the Wiener Circle. It's free fries to the first 100 guests, and everybody gets a kitten. And also, by the way, just like White Sox games, there will be no baseball activities. That's gonna come back to haunt me. This is awesome, guys. For those of you who don't understand my relationship with our next guest, I played 13 seasons of my 16 with this gentleman right here. We came up together in the Florida Marlins. I watched him grow up. He watched me never grow up. And then we ended up being teammates here in 2004. We came over and trained for the Marlins. This dude was an absolute stud. Unbelievable. The best defender at first base I ever played with. The consummate professional. He led by example all the way. He's a partner for life. This dude is a friend. He's in my foxhole, and he's here with us tonight. He's a newly inducted member of the Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame. On your feet, big round of applause for the Midwest Mayor, Derrek.
Nicest things you've ever said about me. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet. I had to dig deep. It took me weeks writing to get there. Hall of Fame for the Chicago Cubs. When you get that Hall of Fame, just talk to me. What was that like?
Oh man, that was telling someone that was one of those days where it's just like a scrambled day all over the place. And you get the call and it's just like, just so humbling. It's just really hard to believe, especially you come out here and, you know, Ryan Sandberg, Andre Dawson, Billy Williams, Kerry Wood. I mean, the list goes on around us. Just so humbling and incredible. It was really hard to believe. Going into the second Sosa, it's really cool.
Yeah, no kidding. And like to think back to like, you know, the trade to come to Chicago. Because the year before, you're the team that crushes most of the people in this room's dreams. And they were like, this is what they looked at you and they're like, I hate him. Man, I respect him. God, I respect that guy so much. I want to hate him, but I love him. And then you're on the team and you show up, dude, and you didn't disappoint from day one. 04, you had a monster season in 04, then you followed it up and you battled to 05. All looked like, it looked like a beach ball coming in. Because you were hitting 400 in like June.
Yeah, you know me, I was usually hitting 200 in June. But I showed up to spring and Dusty was like, nah. I need you in April. You know, the season's halfway over in June, so let's get this thing going. But you know, it's just like you said, I was growing up. And I kind of grew into my own. And the game in 04, I think being around guys like Sammy and Alanis and Voices, Nomar coming over, just kind of seeing how they go about their business, how they approach their at-bats, just really helped me. And 05, I think the game slowed down for me.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, you know, I look back at like life, right? Like you look at your 05 stats right, first in bat, first in OPS, first in extra base hits. It's over amazing. I think, you know, in that year, knowing you were just sit back, I think that was like the most proud not just for the success, but because I watched you work so hard your whole career. And you get to that moment and go through that and win a batting title, you know. For like, let's be honest, we don't. For a guy your size, they don't win batting titles because you got bigger strike zone than everybody else, you know.
Yeah, I think, you know, if there was one individual accolade in my career, I think winning the batting title is the coolest.
Yeah.
Like I said, no one would have ever promise you.
Who said that?
My mom's brother.
Really?
He literally challenged me, and I didn't really think I was going to win the match, but it worked out.
Those years playing in Chicago, coming over here, Wrigley Field, what was that like for you? To go out there and post up every day, which you did, by the way. My favorite thing, I was talking about this backstage about Derrek, is there would be the occasional time where Derrek would have a day off, unbeknownst to Derrek. And Derrek would always come down, and he would go down, and then he would look at the lineup, and then he would go into his locker and start getting changed. But if Derrek wasn't in the lineup, you'd come down, and then you'd walk by your locker and chuck your stuff in your locker, and you'd go right up to Dusty's office, and 10 minutes later, Sonny Jackson would come down with a new lineup card. You'd be in the lineup. You loved playing every day, and you loved playing at Wrigley Field. What to you in Wrigley Field?
These guys here have been special. From the first day, I walked into that first Cubs convention. It was like, man, this is the big leagues. This is what it's about. And we wanted to win for these fans. We wanted to be the 2016 team in 2004, 5, 6, 7. You guys really didn't come to the park and show up and perform for you guys.
You hit a lot of home runs over your career. You had a lot of different special moments. You did some great things at Wrigley. One home run that always stood out to me, and you can kind of just talk a little bit about the elements of Wrigley. You hit a walk-off home run against the New York Mets. And I remember this because I blew the save at the top of the inning. And the wind was blowing 1,000 miles an hour. Like there was no ball getting in, and you crushed this ball and it landed in the basket. Like hitting in that wind at Wrigley, the difference of some days, one day you can hit it like that and barely get out, another day you think you fly out. What was that like as a hitter? Because as a pitcher, that was awesome. It was blowing like that.
Yeah, Wrigley can be tough. We all know April, May, it's cold, wind blowing. The first thing you look at in the morning was, which way was the wind blowing. But Billy Williams used to always say, hey, you got to hit it under the wind. So that at bat, I was literally thinking, get on top of it, hit it under the wind. But for me, Wrigley Field was a dream coming from a pro player with, 450 or whatever it was out to center and right center.
When you said 450, I thought you meant the amount of people in the stand.
That too.
Pretty close, I'm just saying.
That too, not far off. But I loved playing and hitting at Wrigley.
Your pedigree, your demeanor, you were always just leaving I was a guy who occasionally would snap, really? Just gonna throw me under the bus? I'm trying to be nice.
Let's be honest up here, Ryan.
Yeah, okay, sometimes I would get mad. More than occasionally I get mad.
More than occasionally.
Yeah, and you were always so relaxed. Even in the biggest of moments, you held it together. I've never asked you this. Maybe I have, but I might have, had a few too many. Where did you learn that? Because that was, to me, I admired that so much as your teammate and friend. I was like, I gotta do that. I gotta not get mad like that. And you were so good at it. Where did you learn that? Was it a parent, a coach along the way?
No, I think mostly it's just my demeanor. And I always try to be who I am at all times. I didn't want to kind of get out of character just snap just to snap. That's not me. So I tried to be myself. There's times I really, really wanted to snap, but when I was a rookie, I remember Tony Gwynn told me, guys that can hit don't break their helmets. I always remember that. It's like, go back to the bat rack, put your helmet away, get ready for your next day meeting.
Yeah, nice. I went through a lot of helmets.
You got better.
Thank you.
You got better.
I'm getting fun. Now, what's life for Derrek Lee like on a daily basis now? You got 4 beautiful kids, you're busy. What do you do on a daily basis?
Yeah, I'm just shuffling the kids around nonstop. I'm on a 7 a.m. flight tomorrow to get to my daughter's soccer tournament and my son and other daughters' basketball games that evening. So, that's what my life is. We miss a lot of family time playing this game. Sometimes it is tempting to come back and maybe be in a dugout somewhere, but then you look at your kids, and I can't imagine this at the moment. You don't get them back; they go fast.
Yeah. Well, and you always have that support system while you're playing. Christina, your wife, are just always there by your side and support and every smile on her face. She's a lovely human being, and you've got a great family. And I'm so happy for you that you get this honor. And I feel for you, because like you're getting older. And, you're going to be 50 coming up this year. What's the plans for the 50? You fill me in a little bit. I don't want to like throw it out there if you don't want like people showing up. Like me.
Well, it's a little bittersweet. I make the Hall of Fame, and then they make the induction weekend on my birthday, my 50th birthday weekend. So I guess I'm spending a little
You're going to the Hall of Fame. You just get inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame. There's going to be a ceremony this summer, and you're going in with Sammy Sosa. You played against him. We did for years, and then you played with him as a teammate. What is it about Sammy that made him so special to you?
Sammy's a star. There's really good players, and then there's superstars. Sammy's a superstar. We saw him tonight. He's going to put on the show, and it doesn't happen by accident. We saw Sammy work every day. We saw him show up to play to win every day. We all make mistakes in our lives, but we apologize and you ask for forgiveness. That's all we can do. So, he did what he did. He apologized and move on.
His work ethic and his attitude is unbelievable.
Sometimes we had to kick Sammy out because, the rest of us had to get our hitting in as well, but he loved to hit. He would be in that cage all day if you let him.
I remember one time we were walking by, kind of outside the cage, and it was whacking away, and another pitcher on the team says, "What's that?" I said, "That's Sammy, and I'm going to try and be his teammate for as long as possible." It was loud and it was often.
Different.
Yeah.
Different.
Looking back, as we get towards the end of this, I'll let you go in a second, but Chicago. I know you love this city as much as you love being a Cub. You just love the city of Chicago. Your family loves it. Your brother's a chef here. Like all kinds of stuff. What is it about Chicago that Derrek loves?
Oh man, I don't know about now. In the winter, it's a breeze, but a nice June afternoon, 4 o'clock after a Cubs win, walking down to Carmine's for a nice steak and pasta, it's tough to beat. Just a great city, nice people, great fans, really embraced our family, supported us through the tough times.